Hello everybody, this is Dale here. I hope you're keeping well. I hope you've been practicing the beatboxing that I've been giving you the last couple of weeks, and I hope you've been really keeping up to date with what Eddie's got going on there as well for the lessons as well. I think it's very important to keep doing this every week and make sure to come back and do it and keep going back over the videos, because you want to just keep progressing as a musician and getting better in that aspect. And now that you've loads of time to practice and do all this stuff, there's no better time to be getting into doing something a bit different or pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. So I think it's a really good opportunity to do these things. But I hope you're not going too insane at home and driving your parents too mad with all this stuff. So make sure to do it in your own time, in your own room, and practice to yourselves, you know, and keep doing it over and over and over and over again. That's all you can do. Okay, and maybe like on YouTube, go on a spree of watching percussionists, looking up drummers, looking up beatboxing, looking up bowron players, just really delving into the world of percussion, because I know some of you really do enjoy the classes when we come into the schools, so it's definitely an option to go do that. But today we're going to focus on a bit more beatboxing. Now I know I said that maybe we do some rapping or something today, but I think I might move that on to like a couple of weeks away, because there's a few other little aspects I want to introduce you to with the beatboxing. And today's topic is going to be adding a bass line, okay, with your throat while you beatbox. So this is probably will be the most difficult thing you will learn with beatboxing, is to continually play a beat with your mouth, and then at the same time you're doing something different with your throat, okay, like with your voice box, okay. And just to give you a little example of what that might sound like, it would be like this. So okay, so that's just a little example of what it could sound like in the future. So it really adds in a whole new world of walking bass lines. It really adds more texture, flavour to just playing the rhythm instead of going. So you can really hear how it really beefs it out and really makes it really, really musical. So that's what we're kind of going to look at today. We're going to simplify it a bit. So I don't expect you to do that now. I'm going to make it a little bit more simple, okay? So the first thing I want you to do is just to put a bass note, some sort of note on the one. So that's where you create your bass. So at the beginning of the bar, like. So when we were doing that bass sound the weeks before, I want you to put a little something on your throat there as well, if you can. And just a little exercise to kind of get better at that. It would just be to go boom, boom, boom. So if you kind of just like a hum, and then push out with your lips at the same time, you'll get the push from your lips, and you'll get the sound from your throat. So you have two sounds happening at the one time. Okay, so let's just try to do that like 8 times together. 3, 4. Boom, 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 boom. Very good. Again, 3, 4. Boom, 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 boom. Nice stuff. Again, 3, 4. Okay, one more time. 3, 4. Very good. Cool. Now, that's the first thing you want to get going. You want to be able to do that, and consistently. Okay? So you're using your throat and your voice your throat and your mouth at the same time. So it can be quite difficult to do two things like that at the one time. So it does take a good bit of practice, okay? But just keep practicing it. Go back over to that little section I have there in the video, play it, and do that little exercise. It'll just get you used to that sound till you become really comfortable with it, and you'll be able to do it without thinking about it. Yeah? Because that's what we're always trying to get to. So, the next step on from that would be to play. I'm just going to play our boots and cats rhythm. I'm not going to look. I know we did a whole arrangement last week on like a breakdown and stuff, but because this is such a hard thing to do, maybe we'll just look at the boots and cats rhythm and how this applies to that rhythm. And with the boots and cats rhythm, I want you to put that bass sound on the one of every bar. Okay? So let's give that a go. It'll sound like this. I'll give you an example. 3, 4. 3, 4. Not so bad, okay? Only on the one. Let's give it a go. Maybe a little bit slower for everyone at home so you can really get into it and really put the bass on the one. A nice loud sound from your throat. You really want it as a bass note, so nice and low if you can do that, okay? 3, 4. 3, 4. Three, 4. All in rounds of 8s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Takes a lot out of you doing that. So take a deep breath, maybe get some water if you have it with you. I know beatboxing can be quite demanding on the throat and the mouth, so you can get quite parched. So make sure to have a bottle of water with you. So that's the first thing that we're going to do today, is doing that, alright? So go back over that little section of the video and keep going through it. Okay, very important. But with today's class, I really want us to push us on a little bit with it as well. So what I want you to try to do is try to raise the pitch of that bass note every bar. So you're kind of you're making ascending bass line. Okay? Now, I'm not going to ask you to pick out like a D or anything like that. Just like do whatever you can. Okay? So like, what that would sound like would be this. So you're changing the pitch. So if you were just to go, without doing the words, it'd just be like, Okay, but you want to put that on the one of every bar. So like this. There you go, yeah? Whew! So, that's the walking bass line ascending. Okay, very cool little trick to put in with your beatboxing, okay? Ooh, the guitar. Ooh. Sorry about that. Playing a lot of guitar these days. It's so it's out of the case the whole time. Let's give this a go again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just the bass, just the bass, no rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Add in the bass now. Woo! Not so bad, guys. So there you go. So that's our ascending bass note, bass line with our boots and cats rhythm. Really, really cool. Really cool thing to do. And if you added it in with the beat from last week as well, with the boots and cats rhythm from last week, we're going like. Just put all bass notes there if you want to try that. Like, so maybe just an example. Cool. Sorry, I went on a bit of a tangent there, but just to give you some examples of like what you could get up to at home. Like maybe just try copy them rhythms and make up your own one. Be messing around, ascending, descending, every note in between, whatever you gotta do, whatever you wanna do. Yeah, like one thing that I used to do was like listen to like Billie Jean, do the Michael Jackson song. I'm not doing it perfectly now, but you get the idea. And like try to do like a beatbox over it, so you're doing two different things at the one time. Do you know what I mean? So try and mimic your favourite songs, like the bass lines, the chords. Try to pick it out with your ear and play along. Beatbox along in the car, whatever you gotta do. Yeah? Cool. Guys, that is today's lesson. I really hope you enjoyed it. I will catch you again next week. Bye bye.